life gets in the way. Hi, I am the Sussman, Rick Sussman. This is Sussing It Out, Chapter 21, Life Gets in the Way, as you probably saw from the title screen, and as you might remember from me saying about 2 seconds ago. Today's vlog is going to be all about trying to get things done, and then at the very last second, not getting them done because, as you might have guessed, sometimes life gets in the way. So what am I talking about here? Well, let's go with a really easy example. Let's say you're going to finish a project for school or something. For those of you still in school, which I believe is none of you, but whatever. And you're about to get done. You're writing it all out. You're getting it all taken care of. Everything's about to be copacetic, and then power goes out. Well, you can't predict the power. Sometimes life gets in the way. Well, that scenario can be evolved to adult life. I really wanted to hang out with my buddy this weekend, but I got saddled with some extra work, or my car broke down, or I just needed to lay down and stop thinking for 5 minutes, or something like that. There's a number of scenarios where life can just get in the way. I was going to hang out with a bunch of friends this last weekend, and at the very last second I couldn't because I'd forgotten that I was already doing other things. And the reason why I'd forgotten to do that, I was doing that, is because I had made those plans months in advance. Maybe you'll say, well, that's not life getting in the way, that's poor planning. Yes and no. As you become an adult, I've noticed that the years and time and everything just sort of flies by at almost warp speed. Here we are, September 13th. I just remember it being May 25th when I had my wedding. That didn't take that long. I've had a cold for like 2 weeks now. Getting old is a funny thing. It sucks. And life constantly keeps getting in the way of you wanting to do stuff. People want to hang out with me, and I gotta work. I work 40 hours a week, sometimes more. If I'm not working, I'm at home working on stuff. I have this life, and I've tooth and nailed and clawed for it, and you know what? Sometimes it very much gets in the way of me wanting to have fun with my friends. But I think that's why we're given so much time to be children. Most of us get, if we're lucky, we'll get, about 16 years, really, of good child time behavior. And then if you're really lucky, you get to go to college and have an extra 4 years of just pure childhood. Just absolute, complete id, no worries whatsoever, doing whatever you want, having whatever fun you want. Because everyone subconsciously knows once you hit the work schedule, Monday through Friday, or, in my case, Friday through Tuesday, yeah, because today is my Monday, so good for me. Once you hit that work schedule, life just gets it gets pushed aside, it gets shoved, it gets taken away from you. So life does get in the way, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay because we all experience it. What I've noticed more than anything is my friends will come to me and say, hey, I really wanted to hang out this weekend, but I got this. Can we try hanging out in a month? And initially I was really disappointed by stuff like that, but now I get it. I get it. You can't just keep going. I know people who never stop. Friends of mine are almost always on the move, and I commend them for their ability, but I can't do that. I have either too much work to do or too much on my mind, and I also work, well, you know what, I also work really weird hours. When people want to go out to dinner, I'm usually still at work. By the time I get home, everyone's, heading to bed. So maybe if I had a regular shift, but that's not the life for me. Retail management is a little bit of a trickier pill to swallow when you want to, have a social life. But it's okay, because what it means is that you're working through it. You're doing things. You're creating fortresses of nerditude, or you're coming up with word bubbles for faces on walls and things like that. You're being creative. I'm using my artistic ability in the best way I know how, which is to try and enlighten, or at least entertain. Oh God, that's Glenn Beck's line. Anyway, I listen to that show way too much. But at least I'm trying to have some fun. Life might get in the way. You notice there was a few days here of no vlog because life got in the way. Also because it's difficult to constantly keep talking to myself, it's harder than you would think. This is a difficult task, to say the very least. If anyone wants to argue with me, you're welcome to it. But I'm running out of things to talk about. I might have to go back to writing Modern Hero, which I realize I still need to do my vlog about what Modern Hero is, was, and has always will been. But today's vlog, life gets in the way. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be talking to you soon. This has been Chapter 21 of Sussing It Out. Please enjoy Wax Fang and the outro.